Hi, my name is Suzanne Lancaster, and I made a quick video about your website. I was looking for well water services in Mansfield, Texas, and came across your website after some digging, and I wanted to give you some tips on how to get more visibility on Google and to get more customers calling you and wanting your services. So let's get started. So first of all, we are on your homepage, and I would say it is a very simple page. I can tell you built it on GoDaddy, which their website builder is not very easy to use. But I would just encourage you to put some more information on here. Your homepage should really have about 1,000 words of content, and content is going to be educational information for the consumers to read. The more content you have, Google sees it and sees it as an authoritative website and will get you higher in Google to increase your visibility and therefore get more customers. So you need to have about at least 1,000 words on here about Lone Star well water drilling, about well water drilling in Fort Worth, about it in other areas, what types of drilling you do. You can expand on the services that you do. And it says you do turnkey well drilling operations, state certified. That's awesome. You need to go into information about all this, about what all you do for your customers. Also, you would be a good idea to go to information about the pumps and why, why do you like these pumps? What are the benefits and the minuses of each type? Why would you say this person needs a Berkeley over a Goulds or any information like that? That would be good to have on there. About us, this is very succinct, but I would recommend just having more information about your company. It says you've been around since 46. So who are the owners? Have you always been in the Fort Worth area? Maybe, have you had rocky ups and downs and, now you're doing really well and you want to celebrate that? All that should be on here. Your contact form. Now this is good. It's a little bit too much, and actually no one is going to fill out all this information. I would say keep your first name, last name, city, the phone numbers, and the email in the comments. Now I would get rid of all the other stuff. A lot of people are going to take the time to fill this out for a initial submittal. And having a contact form on each page is a really good idea. That way people, if they just want you to call them when you have opportunity, they can just do that. Stick it right here. You also would benefit from having some more pictures on your website, specifically wells, pictures of your wells being installed, or the standing tanks in the garage being installed, or the lines being installed, all that stuff. And you tag your pictures with good titles, such as well installation, well pump, maybe the location it's being installed in. You can make it all say Mansfield if you're targeting Mansfield, and just get a lot of keywords in there so that Google sees that and starts to increase your ranking of your website. So when we go to water well service in Mansfield, Texas, that was my search term, you will see that you have your Google AdWords, which is a paid ads, which we don't really do that too much. And then we do the local Google listings. So these are guys that have a address close to or in Mansfield. So the first thing you could do is get a Mansfield address, and that's easy to do at a mailbox store. And you want to really be high up in this. You want to be in the first 3 listings of Google if you're really serious about increasing your business. And the way you do that is you get citations. So citations are your name, address, and phone number on other online directories. And other online directories are Yellow Pages, Manta, Bing, Yahoo, Yelp, BizLocal. There is hundreds of them. So you want to get higher on here, as high as you can. So let's look at how many does EC Stone and Action Water Well have. And let's go over here. Action Water Wells has 96. And EC Stone is still processing. And that fact has been processing for quite a while. So I think that I have a little bit of a bug in the search term. So I'll have to restart it. So as you can see, Action Water Wells has 96 online directories talking about them. So if you want to get your ranking up here in the Google local, you need to put in at least 96 citations. And that is something I can do for you. It is easy. It just takes some time. The next thing you see is this part of Google from page 1 on is called Google Organic. And same thing, the higher up you can be on this, the better. So you want to really have a website that is better than Priceless and Milliken. And let's take a look at them real fast. Priceless, I'm trying to remember where they are. Excuse me. We'll just open it up again. Oh, I had it open already. Priceless for Real Services. So he has some pictures, and he has a lot of content on his website. He does have some of his customers giving him testimonials, which is really good. These are their words, and Google can tell that these are legitimate comments, and so that will help him rank high. He also has an About Us page that goes into some detail actually about his life, which is pretty nice. People like to see that. He has some YouTube video here. So YouTube is owned by Google. And if you upload videos to YouTube and tag them with keywords such as well water installation, well pump installation, well pump drilling, the city, the state, all that, and you link it back to your website, Google's going to see that and it's going to increase your visibility on Google in general. And just having some of this information on here is nice to see. People like knowing this, and it makes them more confident whenever they contact you. He has a services page, which I would even say he needs to give some more information about this, but he's doing so well he doesn't really need to. But people like reading about that information. He has some work. He's shown some pictures about some of his jobs, which people like to see that, say, oh, they actually do what they say. Their facts page is really nice too. It has some information, well maintenance, annual checkup, homeowners checklist, water pressure, all this information. I think this is very authoritative and educational. I'm going to come back and look at this. I have a water well and I want to make sure that it keeps for as long as possible. So that's his website. The other one is Milliken. Milliken doesn't have nearly the content that he does, and you can tell because he doesn't rank as high. But he has more content than you do because he has several pages. So I would recommend you increase your page count, increase the amount of information on your pages, and you could really bump yourself up on Google really easily. It's not very hard, as you could see, to really get that information. So the other thing that you need to take into account for this is you need to have some backlinks, and backlinks are votes from other websites. So I took Priceless and I said, how many backlinks does he have? And he doesn't have very many. He has 4. This search engine just looks at how many votes from other websites does he have. He has 14 other websites talking about him, which isn't very many. That's definitely doable. That's something we can do for you. It just takes some time and effort, but I know how to do it and I can do it. The other thing you want to make sure is you have the right keywords. So this service looks at keywords, and don't look at that. It just does that because I don't have I'm not logged in right now. So your website needs to talk about wells, well inspections. If y'all do that, that would be great. Well services near me. So these keywords, and they have to be this specific, need to be on your website. In the text, on the photos, maybe even in the tags that your web pages have whenever you set them up. And let's go back to your page. I'm trying to find it. What did I do with it? There it is. So, and I would also say, if this is something you are interested in, I would like to transfer your website to a Weebly page. You keep your registrar the same, which your registrar is probably GoDaddy. That stays the same, but Weebly is a lot more user friendly in terms of putting a website together. It's very intuitive. It makes beautiful websites, and that's the route I would go. So if any of this information sounds great to you, if you want some more information about how I can help you, again, my name is Suzanne Lancaster. My number is 214-236-4678. You can also reply to the email that I am sending this with, or even a text message will work. I will get back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.